Hey everyone, this is Brent Miller with Daily Money Team. With this video, we're going to talk about why 98% of America will always be broke. Let me say that again, and I'm going to include you into this time because, of course, you're a part of that 98%. But why 98% of America, including you, will always be broke. Now, I know you're saying to yourself, how dare he say that I will always be broke? And you know what? This video is meant to ruffle some feathers, but also we're going to take you to a new level so that you can fly at a new altitude. And we're going to do that with this video. Okay, so get ready. You won't be broke for long. So remember, watch every single minute of this video. We're going to change some things. Now, before we get into that, let me tell you just a little bit about myself. My name is Brent. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I got started in business for myself back in 2007, and for the first 2 years, I barely made a dime. And you know what? That's quite embarrassing. And it wasn't until I got a mentoring coach in 2009 that my life completely changed. And since then, I've been able to drive what I want, live where I want, travel freely as I please, and just have an awesome quality of life. And I do all of this by working from home. Yeah, I know, working from home. Go figure, right? Well, now on to the meat and potatoes of this video. With the Daily Money Team, we get paid every second, minute, and hour by taking inbound calls from home, just by helping people. That's all, right? We get paid around the clock because of one thing. Write this down. Here we go. Education. Now, not just any ordinary education, and actually I'm going to educate you, right? There are 3 types of education. Write this down. All right, type number 1 is academic education, or your academia. That's where you learn reading, writing, arithmetic. The second form of education or type of education is your professional education. That's where you study to be a doctor, lawyer, a minister, or a carpenter, or even a mechanic. That's professional education, where you learn a skill or a trade. And the last form of education is financial education. And this education is the one that the Daily Money Team, this is what we focus on, because it is the most important one, but that right there is the direct reflection of how we're able to make money every second, minute, and hour because of this education. And here's the thing. The lack of financial education is keeping America broke. And let me say it one more time. The lack of financial education is keeping you broke. You may know arithmetic, you may know how to be a doctor or lawyer, but when it comes to money, it's just not taught. And you can't lean to the mass media on television to show you how to invest your money. You really want to get it from a reputable source. People who are actually in the game, working the plays, and making millions. That's where you get that education from. But it all goes back down to financial education. And so I have a mentor of mine who I follow and I learn from that has been able to help me with my life and take my finances to the next level. I have him going to share with you right now in this video over the next few minutes of how you can go ahead and change your situation. He's going to give you the financial foundation, the financial education and the foundation that you need right now this minute to change your financial situation. So as you're listening to him, go ahead, take notes. Do not skip a minute. And when you get back, I have a special giveaway that I want to leave you with. So I'll see you when you get back.
Financial expert, educator, successful investor, and best-selling author Robert Kiyosaki is about to give you the information you need to implement a realistic, achievable plan of building and growing wealth.
Kiyosaki is the New York Times best-selling author of, among other books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
To date, the series has sold 20 million plus copies worldwide. Today, Kiyosaki shares his revolutionary wisdom with you, just as his rich dad shared it with him.
It's information that can take you from working for money to your money working for you.
Information that can set you free.
The story of Rich Dad, Poor Dad is really a story of two different fathers with two different sets of values and completely different sets of advice. For example, my poor dad always said, go to school, get good grades, get a high-paying job, work hard, live below your means, save money, get out of debt, have a good retirement plan. And that was my poor dad's values. My rich dad said, you probably won't get rich doing that way because very few people get rich following that plan. If you take a look at this 40-year run on the dollar is designed economically to lose money every single year. So why would you save something that loses money every year? And what this means for somebody on retirement plans is that after you retire, the value of your dollar goes down and your cost of living keeps going up. To my rich dad, that was bad advice and made no sense. A very important diagram my rich dad showed me when I was a little boy was a diagram known as a cash flow quadrant. And the quadrant is made up of the 4 different people who make up the world of business. So my rich dad said, in the world of business, there's E's. And E's stand for employees. An employee, he says, you can always tell who they are by their core values. And what the employee, whether the president or the janitor of a company, will always say the same words. The words are, I'm looking for a safe, secure job with benefits. That's what makes them an employee, because their core values are security. The other one of the 4 is the S, or the small business owner or the self-employed. And again, their core values will cause them to use the same words, which are, if you want it done right, do it by yourself. S means they're also solo. They're generally one-person act, or they operate by themselves. On the right side of the quadrant are the B's. And what Rich Dad said the B stood for was big business, or like Bill Gates. Forbes defines big business as 500 employees or more. And their words are different. They say, I'm looking for a good system, a good network, and the smartest people I know to help run my business. So they're unlike the S. They don't want to run the company by themselves. They want smart people to run their companies for them. And then the 4th of the quadrant is the I, and I stands for investor. These are people who have money work hard for them. These people are people who have people work hard for them. And these are the people that work hard for the rich here. And that's one of the big differences. On this side of the quadrant, these people here work for security. They work for money also. On this side over here, their key value that they want is they want freedom. They don't want to have to work at a job anymore. They don't want to have to work for the rest of their lives. So the beauty of building a business and learning how to invest is very simply that this is passive income. You work hard for a few years, but possibly for the rest of your life, income keeps flowing to you. For people who want to make the shift over to the B quadrant, which is what I would recommend for people, one of the beauties of a network marketing company is that you can do that for a very low price. And that's why I talk to people about considering network marketing. If you're to build a Microsoft, it would take you hundreds of millions of dollars. But a network marketing company allows you to start at a very low rate. They'll be patient with you. They'll take their time to transition over here. And the reason why that time is so important to most people is it takes time to change those values. And the most important thing is once you take the time, let's say it takes 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever time it takes, once you see the value or the core values of this side and this side, you're unstoppable. Today, I would never go back and get a job. Why should I? I'd rather stay on this side, build companies, pay less taxes, and make more money. But the key is a person needs to change the values from my poor dad to the values of my rich dad. And that's one of the beauties of network marketing companies. They allow you the time, and at very low cost, they'll work with you to make that transition over there. The number one asset a person can build is build a business. That is the smartest thing you can do. The company will work with you to get the business skills that make you rich. Always remember that it's not money that makes you rich, it's business skills. And that's why it's a perfect business. They'll take as long as you like to get the skills to make the money. And that's a lifetime skill. It's not a get-rich-quick formula. You don't just do it overnight. It takes time. I still remember the first time I made that transition was back in 1978 when I fully quit my job and I had to depend upon my company that I was building to support me. So I understand the fear. The beauty, the most important thing to remember is this. There's 2 kinds of people in the world. There are the types that will say, you'll never make it. And there was I had a lot of people, a lot of friends and family saying that. You're stupid, don't do it. And the second type were the people that said, go for it, you can do it. Don't worry about it, we'll cover you. We all know the world has changed, but sometimes the hardest thing to change is ourselves. They allow you to take your time to make the mental, emotional, and physical changes required to move from the left side to the rich dad side. I think that's a big thing. It's a very gracious, it's a very elegant way, it's a patient way of supporting you in making the changes of your life. So please remember, change always creates upset, but sometimes we all know we have to make those changes. If you can change your outlook, change some of your values, and change your rules, you'll find there's a whole other set of rules out there that are more conducive for people who want to be rich.
And welcome back. Now, I'm sure that after that quick lesson, your mind is like, whoa, what's going on here? And quite honestly, that's not your fault. You just weren't informed. You didn't know it before. And here's the awesome part about this information. It's worth billions. Why do I say billions? It's simple. If this information, if this education was taught in our school systems today, there'd be more entrepreneurs that will produce more jobs, that will produce billions of dollars and more billionaires on this planet today. Because you have to remember this. Every single one of us, we all have the same shot at life. We get to be here on earth. We all came through birth, right? Well, the only difference between the rich and the poor, I'm going to put this to you in today terms, in internet terms, the difference between rich and poor is what download are you working with? Are you outdated? Are you still using these old practices? Or are you up to speed with the up-to-date operating system? Or should I say with financial education, right? So here's the thing. You now have the truth. You have it. So the question is, what are you going to do with it? So we're coming to the end of this video here. I want to give you the giveaway that I promised you in the beginning. You want to go to DailyMoneyTeam.org. Get there. When you get there, you'll see a step-by-step plan that will show you how to start making money online from home today, and it's free. Yes, it's free. Go to DailyMoneyTeam.org. The way we make money is in complete alignment with the B and the I quadrants. And that's how we get paid every second, minute, and hour. And that opportunity now is available for you too. So with that said, get on over right now, DailyMoneyTeam.org. Get there. There's tons of free stuff there that'll put more money in your pocket that you can ever imagine, and it will completely change your life. So with that said, this has been Brent. Remember to always dream big and stay positive. God bless.